Jay Thomas, Morning Blend. We're getting ready to talk about Transformers Rise of the Beast, which opens on June 9th. It's the returning of the action and spectacle that have captured moviegoers around the world. Transformers Rise of the Beast, directed by Stephen Capel Jr. I'm surprised at that. And with Anthony Ramos, Dominique Fishback, Ron Perlman, Pete Davidson, and Michelle Yeoh. Man, that's surprising. I'm going to go first, if you guys don't mind. It blew me away. I mean, when Mousy came up to me and asked me what I thought about it, all I could say was, "Damn." I mean, it was great. It blew me away. There was one moment in there when I snoozed for maybe a minute, but all of a sudden I woke up and the action got started. And man, was it amazing. And then I started thinking about Infinity Wars. That came to mind. And I loved the landscape. Was that Peru that we were looking at?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
Machu Picchu. Mm-hmm.
And then Janelle, you talk about the 80s music. Man, the 90s music, Wu-Tang, LL Cool J. Woo! All right, Janelle, your turn.
All right. First, I know this will air on the weekend, but it's June 6th and it's D-Day. And as the granddaughter of Army, daughter of Navy, and sister of Marines, I just like to say thank you. So start off with that first. And to me, it was okay. It was a good movie. You could still see Michael Bay's fingerprints in it a little bit. I was hoping we'd move past him, but he was still kind of there. I love the voice cast. I think Michelle Yeoh is good in everything she does. I'm glad that she's showing up in so much more. Pete Davidson kind of threw it for me. I'm just not a fan of him, but all in all, it was a good cast, entertaining. It's from the year I graduated high school, so '94. Great music. But yeah, it was an okay for me. I think, not to give away any kind of spoilers, I think every corporation is going for the big franchise multiverse kind of feel now. So we'll see how this all ends up and plays out and goes for years possibly down the road. So it was all right.
Tony?
I had a ton of fun with this. It's a definition of a popcorn film. It really, brings that summer blockbuster to heart. Plenty of Autobots. I love the introduction of the Maximals. Thought there were some fun characters, and the Terracons as well. And it had just the right amount of human story. In the past, they've really gone too far down the rabbit hole with stuff we don't really care about, and they give us endless backstory. But this, you actually felt the connection to the characters. Thought Anthony Ramos was fantastic in this role. It really worked. Dominic Fishback was great. She didn't have as much to do, but she was charming when she had it. But I thought Pete Davidson really worked. I thought his humor bounced off. The cadence of his voice, he changed it a little bit, and I thought it really played well with his character Mirage. But I had a ton of fun, and like you said, the '90s references are abundant all over the place. They really want to make sure you're in the '90s. But I had a lot of fun, and I loved how much our theater was clapping and cheering throughout. I'm not saying it's a masterpiece by any means, but the fact that it was getting fan engagement, I thought was really cool.
What would you rate it, Tony?
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. This franchise has kind of gone from, what started off 2007, and from there kind of dropped a little bit. And then they tried to save it with Mark Wahlberg's character. Didn't work, but they've put a step in the right direction with Haley Steinfeld and Bumblebee, and this also continues that. And as Janelle alluded to, it really opens the door for possibilities down the road. But please avoid all spoilers. I know that I've seen things on Twitter already, unfortunately, but to see what I saw last night with everybody in that theater, my jaw dropped. And for that to happen is very rare. And I truly, truly hope you all get that same experience. But man, how about the chills you got when hearing Jablonski's original score?
Right.
Worth playing again. So I had a lot of fun with this one.
Janelle?
I give it about a 3.75. I mean, it's not exactly 3.5 and it's not exactly 4. It's got some little bit, it drags in a little bit, some areas. It's a little, I don't understand why movies feel like they need to go 2 hours and 15 minutes when it's not necessary. Just keep, on movies like that where there's not much, just keep pounding in the action. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Don't go and then drag and then go. So 3.75, I think, is about good.
All right, I'm going to give it a 5. Sorry, guys. Got to give it a 5. I was blown away with this movie. It was great. I'm sorry, Janelle. I loved it. The music was great. Everything was on time, especially with Bumblebee. Like you said, no spoilers, Tony, but I thought it was great. So it sounds like we're going to end up with maybe a 4, 4.5.
Look, fans are gonna love it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that
It's
matters.
it's not out here to win an Oscar. It's
No.
here to have fun, and for that it succeeds.
You're right. And the cheering in the crowd was great. Loved it. St. Louis, there you go. Transformers, Rise of the Beast. All right, Janelle. Anyway, we're going to see you guys next week. Bye-bye.